Hi, my name is Tom Wallace. I want to welcome you to a special edition here at Fortress of Faith. This is a message to all pastors and Christian church leaders throughout America. First of all, let me introduce myself. I used to be a missionary. My wife and we were missionaries overseas for almost 30 years, counting our missionary kid years. We were both MKs, and we went back to the mission field as adults and labored over there for many years. And I came back off the field back in 2008, and God led us to start a radio ministry, which has grown to over 90 stations coast to coast. And we border blast up into Canada. I'm also the founder of Missions to Muslims. We train missionaries to reach Muslims throughout the world, and we keep a close eye on the Middle East. I want to share with you some amazing news that's developing, and we need to get this news out to the rest of the world. The big thing is this: church planting is soon to start in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, that's huge. It really is. This is the land that has kept Christianity out for over 1,400 years due to Islam. This is the birthplace of Islam, the birthplace of Muhammad. And things are changing in the Middle East. I want to break down for you what's going on so you know this isn't some pie in the sky dreaming by Christians. No, this is real. We need to be ready for it. And so who's behind it really? Well, this man, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, MBS as we call him, Mohammed bin Salman. He's been the leader of the country for about 14 years. And they all know over there that the golden goose is going to dry up. Oil will one day end, and they have to diversify and bring some other income into their nation. And they've been looking for a reformer, and he is doing just that. And it's kind of amazing what's going on. Let me give you kind of a breakdown. He cast a vision for his nation called 2030, Vision 2030, and they are building. And it's not like they don't have money. The one thing they've got a lot of is bags and bags of money. And so they're using it to reinvent themselves. Here's one project. It's called NEOM. It's going to start in the Aqaba in the south, and it's an amazing city. It's a revolutionary type of living. It's a city that you don't live on, you live in. Three-dimensional living. It's going to be 110 miles long. You heard me right, 110 miles long, 600 feet wide, and the walls of the city are going to be 1,600 feet tall. As I said, you live in this city, three-dimensional living. And they only have $500 trillion for this project. Let's put this in perspective. Let's say you're going to build that in Florida. You would start, let's say, at Tampa on the Gulf Coast, and you'll go all the way across the state to the Atlantic coast to the other end, and you'll build walls that are taller than what was the Twin Towers in New York City. Wow. They're now allowing Jews to live and work in their country. Some of the other reforms, they're building the world's tallest skyscraper down in Jeddah. They are loosening up their rules. They're from fundamental strict Islam to moderate Islam, and buying sports teams and bringing all kinds of sports and play and entertainment into the nation. MBS has not been silent about this for about 4 years. He's been telling us he wants to make peace with Israel. They're all interested in signing President Trump's peace accord, the Abraham Accords. It's been an amazing development that's going on over there. And they all have seen the nations who've signed it so far, and their economy has rocketed north, and they want a piece of the pie. So they have to reform their nation to take away the hardline Islam in order to get the world to come live, play, and work in his sandbox. And they've already fired over 3,500 imams and replaced them with moderates. They're doing away with the strict religious police Lots of news has been coming out about all these changes that we've been following now for about 4 years. Here's a big development. Some of you might know Joel Rosenberg. Joel Rosenberg is a genuine journalist. He's a Jew, American Jew, now lives in Israel, and he, interviews many of the nation leaders in the region. And he's also a novelist. He loves writing fiction books. I love reading his books. And in one of his series dealing with ISIS and fighting ISIS, he made the king of Jordan one of the heroes in his book. Well, an aide of the king gave him this book and he said, "Hey, this is written by a Jew, and he's made you a hero. You might like it." And he did. And he said, "I'd like to meet this man." And they met a number of years ago, and they've developed a deep friendship. All of this is written in Joel Rosenberg's book, Enemies and Allies. Let me tell you what we've learned from this. It's simply amazing. This friendship he has made with King Abdullah has grown kind of deep. And he said to the king one day, "King, I know you know a little bit about Christianity. You studied in London at Oxford, in England at Oxford, but you're not familiar with biblical Christianity. Would you be interested in reading and meeting?" This guy's a Christian. Joe Rosenberg is a evangelical Christian. And he said, "Would you be interested in meeting evangelical leaders from America and to come talk to you about bringing Christianity to Jordan?" And the king said, "Sure, let's set this up." And so Joel starts working on this, and he gets a phone call. Well, he's interviewing the president of Egypt, al-Sisi. And during that interview, al-Sisi says, "Hey, I hear you're bringing a group of Christians to meet with the king over in Jordan. Come see me when you come." And so they add that to the list. And then he gets a call from a friend in the U.S. State Department saying, "We got to communicate from the Saudi government. They want to talk to you." And so he reaches out to them, and he learns that the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia wants Joel to come with the delegation to meet with him as well in Saudi Arabia. Now, they were told, "Keep this quiet. Don't tell anyone. Don't, if you do, the meeting's off. We don't want to be embarrassed with, this getting out." Well, the meetings go so great, so well, that they actually publish it themselves, these leaders of their own nations in their own country. And this is big news, folks. This is a picture of the group that met with King Abdullah. This is a picture of the group that met with al-Sisi. And this is them meeting with MBS. They're the crown prince in Saudi Arabia. So, folks, this is not just rumor. It's real. And doors are opening up real soon. So church planting is going to begin soon in Saudi Arabia. We need to be ready for this. Not after the door opens, before the door opens. So let me give you 3 things that we need to be doing here in America as Christian leaders. Number 1, we need to spread the news. We need to get the news out about this so that more people can start praying and getting ready for it. Number 2, we need to pray. We need to pray for missionaries, that God, pray the Lord of the harvest, that he'll start sending forth men into the harvest here. And number 3, schedule us for a meeting to come and speak to your group, to your church, to your conference, to get this information out so that we can be prepared and start seeing God calling missionaries to this. Folks, let's not make the same mistake Christians made back in 1269. In 1269, Christianity was given one of the greatest opportunities it was ever given to spread the gospel. The Kublai Khan was on the throne. This is during the days of Marco Polo. And the Khan was being introduced to Christianity. And he said, "Man, we need this taught in amongst our people." And so he said, "Send word back to Europe, to your Christians, to send 100 of your missionaries to come and to teach at my dime, at my expense, to come and to bring this news of your Christian God to my people." Wow, what an opportunity. 100. They didn't have to raise support. They were going to be supported by the state. You know how many went? 2. Only 2. In fact, actually, they didn't arrive. They got as far as Armenia, had trouble, and went back. Truth is, no one got there. What a mistake. What a missed opportunity. Can you imagine what our world would be like today had Christians, heard the call and seized that opportunity? Let's not make that mistake again. So let's start praying the Lord of the harvest that he'll send forth laborers into this mission field that's been closed for over 1,400 years. I pray that God will put this on your heart and get in touch with us. We'll be glad to set up a meeting to come and to share what's going on. God bless you.